Hello everyone, and welcome to my CBS Wonderful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Phyllis and Kane kidnapped. Victor and Jack ignite Genoa City chaos. Genoa City wakes up to a weird day. It feels like something is not right from the moment you take your breath. The air feels heavy. Everything inside you is saying that something big is going to happen. Phyllis Summers is already feeling anxious. She has been feeling this way for weeks because she thinks people are not telling her the truth. She also thinks that Kane Ashby is hiding something bad. Phyllis Summers is worried that what Kane Ashby is hiding is worse than anyone can imagine. Phyllis says she will meet Kane so they can talk things over. Really, she thinks this is a trick. She does not know who is behind it though. Kane is getting really upset. Victor Newman is always threatening him. Jack Abbott is doing things behind his back. Phyllis is also asking many questions, and this is making Kane very nervous. He thinks he is going to have an argument with Phyllis, but what happens is much worse. It is a situation that will stay with Kane and Phyllis for a long time. The kidnapping happens fast and it is very brutal. There is no drama or excitement, like the people of Genoa City are used to when something big happens. 1 minute Phyllis is yelling at people, her voice is loud and mean. The minute everything goes black, something burns her lungs. She cannot breathe. Everything is silent and black. Kane does not even have time to do anything before he is taken too. He is dragged away into the darkness like Phyllis. The kidnapping of Phyllis and Kane is a scary thing. When they wake up they are really scared. They do not know where they are. It is a warehouse outside the city they know. The floor is made of concrete and the lights above are flickering. The quiet between them is very bad. It is even worse than being afraid. This is because both of them know the very scary thing. This did not happen by chance. Someone wanted to get rid of the two of them. They wanted both of them gone from the city they know. The warehouse is a location and it is far from the city. Back in Genoa City things start to go really fast. When Phyllis does not show up for a meeting and will not answer her phone, Jack Abbott thinks something is wrong with Phyllis. Jack Abbott has seen Phyllis disappear before. Jack Abbott knows how scary it is to not know if Phyllis is okay. This old fear hits Jack Abbott hard. Meanwhile, Lily Winters gets more and more worried when Kane disappears without telling anyone why Kane is gone. Lily knows Kane well. She can tell when Kane is in trouble. Kane and Lily have a lot of history together. It is not good. There has been betrayal and things that were never finished. Now that a lot of time has passed and no one has heard from Kane, people are getting really scared. The families of Lily and Kane are getting worried. Their friends are worried too. People are starting to talk about what might be happening to Kane. They think that something bad is happening to Kane. Victor Newman is not worried at all. Actually, the way he is so calm is scary. When Jack talks to him and asks what he has done, Victor Newman does not say he did not do it. He just will not tell him what is going on. Victor Newman says he is looking out for his family and his business. He thinks that Kane and Phyllis know some things that could hurt people very badly, things that Victor Newman does not want everyone to know about. Victor Newman is trying to keep these secrets from coming out. Jack is really mad at Victor. He thinks Victor has done something that he cannot fix. Victor does not care. Victor thinks that causing trouble is a way to get what he wants. If Genoa City has to get hurt a bit so that Victor can be in charge, then that is okay with him. Jack is furious with Victor because he thinks Victor has gone far. Victor believes that chaos is something that can help him. He wants to be the one in control of Genoa City. Things are getting really bad between these two players. Their fight is getting worse and worse. Jack is doing his thing now. He is talking to people he knows, asking for help and quietly looking into what happened to Phyllis. Nikki Newman is getting more and more nervous. She thinks Victor is doing some things that are not right. She talks to him alone. She wants to know if he really had something to do with Phyllis and Kane being taken away. Victor's response is really scary because it does not give an answer. He does not say yes or no, he just says that sometimes you have to give something up. Nikki starts to feel really afraid as she thinks that her husband may have done something that he cannot control now. She thinks that her husband may have started something that he cannot stop. Phyllis and Kane are stuck together. They are really scared. They do not like each other much and they start arguing about who might have kidnapped them. Even though they are fighting, they both know they need to work together if they want to get out of this situation alive. Phyllis figures out that someone is watching them all the time. There are cameras that can see what they are doing and microphones that can hear what they are saying. It becomes clear that the person who kidnapped Phyllis and Kane wants something from them. Maybe they want Phyllis and Kane to tell them some secrets. Maybe they want to use Phyllis and Kane to get to the important people in Genoa City. Kane thinks Victor is behind this, at first. He believes it is another way for the Newmans to scare people. Phyllis does not think that is the case. She thinks Jack has something to do with this too. Not because he planned it. Because he might gain something if the truth comes out about Victor. As the hours turn into days, the pressure on them gets really strong. The person who is holding them captive is playing recordings of conversations that they thought were between them. This shows that someone has been keeping an eye on them for a time. Phyllis has to think about the things she did in the past that were not very nice. Kane has secrets that he has been keeping hidden. They are starting to come out now. He finally tells the truth that Victor has something on him, something from his past that could hurt his children badly if people find out about it. The thing that Victor has on Kane is really bad. It could ruin his children's lives if it gets out. Phyllis knows that this kidnapping is not about keeping them quiet. It is about making Kane decide between telling the truth and being completely destroyed. Phyllis thinks that the kidnapping is really about forcing Kane to make a difficult choice regarding the confession and total annihilation of Kane. The kidnapping is all about Kane and what Kane will do about the confession and the total annihilation that Kane is facing. In Genoa City, things are getting really bad. Jack says out loud that Victor is behind the kidnappings. This makes a lot of news. Causes big problems for Newman Enterprises. The price of shares goes up and down. The people on the board are scared, and the people who do not like Victor think they can hurt him now. Adam Newman is in a spot because he does not know what to do. He loves his father. He also thinks about what is right and wrong. He wonders if his father Victor has done something bad this time. Billy Abbott is being himself, acting without thinking, and he tells Jack to fight back against the Newmans even if it means a big fight. The situation with Victor and the kidnappings is getting worse and worse. Adam Newman is really struggling because he loves his father Victor. He is not sure if Victor has done the right thing. Billy Abbott wants Jack to take action against Victor and the Newmans. Genoa City is like a war zone where people make plans and quiet agreements. They have hidden meetings and form teams with each other because they are really desperate. This is what Genoa City has become. A place where people do things to get what they want. Genoa City is full of whispered deals and secret meetings. Lily does not want to sit around and do nothing. So she starts looking for Kane on her own. She is going to find him, know what she has to do. She soon meets up with Devon and Abby. They find out that some money is being sent to a company that is connected to one of Victor's helpers. This information does not prove that Victor told someone to kidnap Kane. It does show that Victor is involved in what is happening with Kane. Lily is going to keep looking for Kane. She will not give up. When Lily talks to Victor, she wants to know where Kane is. She asks him out. Victor tells her to leave it alone or else. He says it is for her good. This only makes Lily more determined to find out what is going on with Kane. The fact that Victor is being so mean and scary does not scare Lily off. It actually makes her want to keep looking for Kane more. Inside the warehouse, Phyllis does something crazy. She starts yelling at the people who are holding her and the others prisoner, saying that Victor and Jack are using them to get what they want. This makes the person holding them mad. A person wearing a mask comes into the room. They are clearly very upset. While this is happening, Phyllis manages to get one of her hands free. Then Phyllis and the person holding her start. It is very intense. The fight ends with the alarm going off. The person holding her running away. Now Phyllis and Kane are alone. They are still stuck in the warehouse. They are hurt. They know this might be their only chance to get away from this place. Or, at least to make their escape so obvious that nobody can pretend it did not happen. They think that if they can just escape, people will have to notice that the escape happened, and that is what they want. They want people to notice their escape. The big change happens when Jack gets a message from Phyllis' phone. This message has one sentence that only Jack and Phyllis understand. Now Jack is sure that Phyllis is alive. She is trying to fight back. Jack goes to Victor again. tells him that he will tell everyone all the bad things Victor has done if Phyllis does not come back safely. For the time, Victor is not sure what to do. The problems he has caused are getting big and too many people know about them, which is even too much for Victor to handle. The people in charge are getting close. Genoa City is about to fall apart completely. Now we are finding out what really happened. Victor and Jack did not tell anyone to kidnap people. Someone else did it, someone who wanted to make Victor and Jack fight each other. This person knew what to do to make them want to hurt each other. When Phyllis and Kane are finally safe, they are alive. The Genoa City they come back to is completely different. Nobody trusts anybody anymore. Friends are not friends anymore. It is hard to tell who is good and who is bad now. Genoa City and the people in it, like Victor and Jack, are all messed up. Phyllis wants to show everyone the things that are happening in Genoa City. She thinks the city looks nice on the outside. There are a lot of problems underneath. Kane is in trouble now because of things he did a time ago. He cannot hide from his problems anymore. Victor and Jack have made a mess. They are on sides of a big fight. This fight is getting out of control. The people of Genoa City are trying to fix their city. But one thing is very clear. The kidnapping that happened is not the end of the problems. It is the start of something bigger. The kidnapping was the beginning of the problems for Genoa City. The chaos unleashed will haunt everyone involved, proving once again that in the young and the restless, power always comes at a devastating price. The rescue of Phyllis Summers and Kane Ashby was supposed to be the end of all the things that happened to them. In a place like Genoa City, Phyllis Summers and Kane Ashby are never really safe. When the police finally get to the warehouse, they have their lights on and their guns ready. That is when they find Phyllis Summers. She is sitting on the floor with her back against the wall. There is blood on her head. She still looks really angry. Kane Ashby is barely awake. His shirt is all wet from being hurt badly. He has been hiding how much pain he is in. For a long time he did not want to fall down until he knew Phyllis Summers was okay. The paramedics rush the people out of there one by one. The way the people look at each other as they are wheeled into the ambulances says a lot. The secrets that were hidden in that room are not going to stay hidden. The people are taken away in the ambulances. The secrets from that room are coming out. News of the kidnapping. Rescue spreads like crazy across Genoa City in just a few minutes. People start posting about it on media. News vans are all over the streets, and the rumors that people used to talk about in private are now all over the news. The headlines are shocking. Phyllis Summers abducted. Kane Ashby targeted in shock crime. What everyone is really thinking is, who actually did this and why did they do it? Victor Newman is watching all of this on the news at the Newman ranch. He is very quiet, his jaw is. He is thinking really hard about what is going on with the kidnapping and rescue of Phyllis Summers and the situation with Kane Ashby. Jack Abbott is watching from Jabbo. His fists are clenched tight. He knows that this is not the end of it. Jack Abbott is very sure that this thing with Jack Abbott is far from over. At Memorial Hospital, Phyllis wakes up first. She has a headache and her body hurts all over, but she remembers everything very clearly. Phyllis wants to use a phone away even before the doctor is done talking. The hospital people say no. They tell her it is not allowed because of the rules they have to follow. Phyllis laughs. It is not a happy laugh. She says the rules did not stop someone from putting me in a box made of concrete. Jack gets to the hospital a while later. He is very happy to see that Phyllis is awake. Can see him. But Phyllis and Jack do not get to spend time together. Memorial Hospital and the people there make sure of that. Phyllis and Jack's time together is very short. Phyllis does not collapse into his arms. She grabs his sleeve. Whispers to him urgently. This was not Victor, she says. Not entirely, she adds. Someone else is playing chess with all of us, she tells him. The person playing chess is using Victor and Phyllis and the others as pieces. Someone else is making the moves and Phyllis is trying to warn him. That statement alone really gets to Jack. It completely throws Jack off balance. Jack is totally caught off guard by that statement. Lily Winters is sitting across the hall from Kane's room beside his bed. She is watching Kane breathe, seeing his chest go up and down. This is what is keeping her calm. When Kane wakes up, he does not talk about how pain he is in or how scared he is. He talks about how guilty he feels. He looks at Lily Winters with a lot of sadness in his eyes. Says, I did this to us, I brought this problem into our lives. Lily Winters wants to know what is going on. She wants Kane to tell her the truth. For the time, in a long time, Kane does not avoid telling her what really happened. He does not try to make it sound better. He tells her the truth. He says that a time ago, before all the trouble he is in now, he did something very wrong. This was about money and fake papers. Someone he was working with in secret. He never thought he would hear from this person again. Now this person is back and they are a lot more scary than Victor Newman ever was. He thinks this person is bad news. So Victor is having a lot of problems now. Nikki talks to him again. She is really upset. This time she is not just mad, she is also very sad. She says to Victor, people were taken away, Victor. They were hurt badly. That is not about making money or winning. That is very wrong. Victor says he did not tell anyone to take those people away. Nikki thinks that Victor is telling the truth, or at least part of it. Victor says he did put a lot of pressure on Kane. He threatened him. Would not leave him alone. There is someone out there, someone who is watching from the shadows. This person took things far and made them really bad. Nikki thinks that Victor is known for being very mean and that might have made someone else want to do something in his name. The thought of that scares Nikki more than anything Victor could say to her. She is afraid of what this other person might do, what Victor's reputation for being cruel might have started. Jack is not going to play defense. He calls a meeting at Jabo. Says he is going to stop fighting with people in public. Jack wants to find out who hurt Phyllis. Billy does not believe Jack. Billy thinks Jack is still trying to protect Victor. Jack tells Billy to stop talking. Jack says this is not about Jack and Victor fighting. This is about someone who thinks they can take the people we care about like Phyllis and get away with it. Jack wants to find out who did this to Phyllis. Billy looks at his brother. Sees the fire in Jack's eyes. This tells Billy that Jack is actually more scary when he is calm than when he's really mad. Billy knows that the fire in Jack's eyes is a sign that Jack's very dangerous when he is calm. As Phyllis gets better, she thinks about the kidnapping again. She remembers the voice of the person who took her. This person knew how to upset her. They talked about things that never made it to the news. Phyllis feels a chill when she realizes the truth. The kidnapper has been watching her for a time. When Phyllis finally gets her phone back, she looks at messages. She sees threats that she did not think were a big deal at the time. The kidnapping is still on her mind. Phyllis thinks about the kidnapper. What they did to her. The name that keeps coming up in her mind is connected to Kane's past. This name is also connected to a problem that happened a long time ago with the company. The problem was made to go with the help of Victor Newman. Phyllis thinks to herself, she is not going to wait for someone to figure out what is going on with Kane and this old company problem. She wants to solve it herself. Kane is getting better. It is taking a long time, and this is true for his body and his feelings. Devon goes to see Kane and asks him questions in a strong way, wanting to know what really happened. After a while, Kane tells Devon the truth about Kane's past. A long time ago, Kane helped move money through a fake company to hide a big problem with a deal that involved many countries and went very badly. A deal that involved many important people, not just Victor. One man lost everything he had. Was never seen or heard from again. Kane thought that he had fixed the problem. Kane was wrong about that. That man, who is using an identity, planned the kidnapping. He did this to make Kane say something in public that he does not want to say. The man also wants to cause trouble between Victor and Jack, so they fight with each other. This new information is really going to change everything. The revelation is going to have an impact on what we do next. We have to think about how the revelation changes everything we thought we knew. Lily is really mad at Kane. She is mad because he put himself in danger. She is also mad because of what could happen to their kids. Lily tells Kane that she loves him. That does not mean she will always agree with him. She says that if people find out what really happened, she will not lie to cover for Kane. Kane knows she is right. He thinks he does not deserve any better. Now Kane has to deal with the things he did in the past. It looks like he is finally ready to face the truth about Kane and what Kane has done. Things are starting to fall in Genoa City. People are looking closely at Newman Enterprises again because of some old deals that are coming back to haunt them. The people in charge at Jabo are wondering if Jack is making decisions or if he is just trying to get back at people he does not like. This is putting the company in danger. Adam is getting pulled into all of this mess. He has to fix problems that he did not even cause. Adam talks to Victor in private. Tells him that he is making it okay for bad people to do bad things. Victor tells Adam that he needs to be careful because in this world people do not like it when you are weak. Newman Enterprises is still in trouble. Adam has to deal with it. Victor is still being very harsh. Adam has to navigate this difficult situation. The fight they had leaves scars. Neither of them wants to talk about the argument. The argument is still a problem that neither of them acknowledge. Phyllis, who always speaks her mind.